Hello, good morning, everyone. It's right now. It's almost 8 in the morning here in North Carolina, and I'm going to be doing a solo trip. So I'm going to be driving from North Carolina to Philadelphia, and it's going to be like a 7-hour drive. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. This is going to be the furthest I ever driven to another state, and let's see how it goes.
We're in Virginia!
Welcome to Virginia.
I finally made it to Philly. About time. That was a long drive. And there was like some culture shock when I got here, because on the roads I saw there was like a trolley or streetcars or metro. I don't know what they're called, but I think it's called SEPTA. And on the road there's like railway or path for them. And I remember when I was driving, I was wondering if it's okay for me to get into the lane and drive on the SEPTA rail pathway, because it's not something I'm really familiar with and I'm used to seeing. Another thing that stood out to me about Philly, is I see a lot of the buildings and houses there's like murals, art, and they're different colors. So I see like there's pink houses or a purple house or a light green or a blue house. It's really unique. Damn, how did they do it? It's so close. I'd be struggling with parallel parking. There's so many different styles of architecture in Philly. Like something I've noticed about the homes and buildings in Philly is that there's a mix of modern and historical, like very old. Like you will see buildings that dates back to the 18th century, and then near it is something like a Starbucks or a Chipotle. So the reason why I decided to do a solo trip to Philly is because I want to just get out the bubble I'm in, like get out my comfort zone and just expand my horizons. I feel like when you step out of your comfort zone and just take risks or take the opportunities and everything, it can lead to something just big or something that just feels life-changing, because you learn something new from the experience, and you just gain some perspective. Like for me, this Philly trip, it was like really eye-opening, just seeing the different cultures and things that I wouldn't really see back at home. Like it's just how different things are. It's beautiful. Sheesh. Oh shit. So I looked on Google Maps and found out that I'm an hour walk away from my Airbnb. Man, I went super far. Finally. Back in the Airbnb and got myself dinner. It's Puerto Rican food, mofongo, chicken, and platanas fritas, so fried plantains, and ensalada, salad. Ooh. It's really interesting because at first I thought it was pronounced, I pronounced it as Reading Terminal Market. Then a local told me that it's actually pronounced Reading. Like in Philly, they pronounce they pronounce it as Reading Terminal Market. Well, right now I'm exploring Chinatown. It's very unique. It's like a cultural hub for people like Asian Americans. It's a large cultural hub. I like it. I read that the community here, they've been fighting to keep Chinatown and the culture, because the city, there's been times where the city have tried to build baseball stadiums and prison and casinos in the area, and this stuff like this kind of reminds me of like that gentrification, because when they're building, when these large corporations or things take over, it just changes it has an effect on the lives, and also I'll say the culture of the people, the locals in the area.
Elon Musk! Fuck Elon Musk! Fuck Elon Musk!
This is Elfreth Alley, and in this area here you can see there are homes that have been around since the 18th century. It's amazing that there's still people living in these homes today, because like, man, they are living in pieces of history. And it also makes you think about the people who's lived in these homes before them, like people from centuries ago, and especially during the American Revolution times. And during that time period, a lot of the people who lived in Elfreth Valley were workers like blacksmiths, silversmiths, or carpenters. And these people were probably friends with some of the founding fathers, like Ben Franklin. Check this out. It looks like it must have been some project a kid did in school. Nice. Day 3 in Philadelphia, and just woke up and my hair just looks kind of weird. But yeah, it's almost 10 in the morning, and I'm going to be checking out my Airbnb, and then so right now I'm just packing, and afterwards I plan on getting something to eat and then head to the Museum of Art. Checked out the Airbnb and made it to my car. A lot of these buildings look like they were, I would say, built around the 19th century, and currently they're up for rent, and like people are not living in them right now. Yeah, this neighborhood is close to Drexel University, so I would assume students usually stay in the houses, and then when the school year is done and the lease is up, that's when they move out. the bros. Yeah. It's also very detailed. It's very clear. You can see there's paintings in there.
Where's the face even?
After the museum, I went to get Philly cheesesteak. And it's one of the reasons why I decided to visit Philly, because my name is Phil, and some people have called me Philly cheesesteak before. I saw some Philly cheesesteak from Angelo's. Highly recommend, very delicious. Well, it's late right now, it's almost midnight, and I'm going to be spending the night in my car. So I'm sleeping. The reason why is because I had a really great time in Philly. It was a really eye-opening and a really unforgettable trip. I've learned so much. I saw and learned so many interesting things, and it just made me think I would like to spend a little bit more time here. So that's why I decided to just spend a night here in my car. It's crazy car camping. This is my second time doing this, but hopefully it goes well and I make it back home safe. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. and yeah, it's in my car with a sleeping bag. I decided to skateboard and walk to Reading Terminal Market, and yeah, that's where I'm gonna get breakfast. I got myself pretzel from Miller's Twist and matcha. It's my breakfast, and a lot of people say this is the best pretzel in Philly. Like, don't leave Philly without trying this pretzel from Miller's in Reading Terminal Market. So I'm excited.
Does anyone need a straw? I have an extra.
Yeah, at Reading Terminal Market, I was just looking for, I remember I was looking for a spot to sit down, and the people were just really friendly, and they were willing to let me sit with them and just eat. And I met two people. I met two guys, and we had a good conversation. And I found out that the Reading Terminal Market, it's been open and in business for so many years. Like, I met a man who told me that his father used to get ice cream at Reading Terminal Market almost every day in the 1920s. And I was like, wow, it's so cool. Like, that the market has been open for like since the early 1900s. It makes you think about the city of Philly, of how all these historical spots and everything, like where you're walking or just standing, could be a spot where the founding fathers have stood and walked around and stepped foot on, probably just talking about their goals of the future of the US of America, or the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, like in their visions. I'm planning to go thrifting, like maybe just explore, check out a Goodwill and see if there's something I'll find that I'll like and probably buy. But yeah, then after that, head back to North Carolina. It's going to be a long 7-hour drive. Just got out of Goodwill and bought myself a black Uniqlo t-shirt, large, oversized, and also a green t-shirt.